Diogo Jota has unfortunately passed away from a car accident. This has been confirmed by multiple Portuguese, Spanish and English media. This comes just 2 weeks after he tied the knot with his long-term girlfriend, and the news is just devastating. Reports state that he was travelling with his brother Andre, who is also a footballer, and the crash occurred in the province of Zamora. Emergency services have confirmed the crash, and that is all the information that I have right now. This is of course heartbreaking news, but Jota is going to be remembered as someone who brought so much joy into so many people's lives. I will keep you updated as the news comes out, but as always, please be respectful in the comments, and if anybody needs to speak, my DMs are always open. There is no way that Duolingo responded to Trent speaking Spanish during his Real Madrid presentation. When I tell you that one man speaking Spanish has sent the internet ablaze, I would not be lying to you. And in all fairness, it's impressive, but it kind of sounds like me during my GCSE French speaking exam. I passed, by the way. Barely. Now, Real Madrid fans, as you would expect, are absolutely ecstatic at this. Trent can speak Spanish? Perez was even looking at him like, okay, I see you. But Liverpool fans were not impressed. This tweet in particular I found absolutely hilarious. Couldn't learn his whole career how to defend the back post, but managed to learn Spanish in a year. It's getting messy across Liverpool Twitter, and I'm kind of here for it. But this means, and a lot of Liverpool fans have made the connection, but it means that Trent has been learning Spanish for a while. Because unless he memorised that full speech by heart the night before, and to be honest, wouldn't put it past him, but he's been learning Spanish for quite a while, yet the decision was made, a month a bit ago? Or at least made public in that regard. And to speak like that, he probably would have had to be learning Spanish for a few months now, meaning he made his decision a few months ago. And Liverpool fans, of course, are not a happy bunch. And I mean, they have not been happy since he announced his decision to leave, but they are even more not happy now. I do get where they're coming from. For them, this is the ultimate betrayal. An academy player leaving for a free to Real Madrid of all clubs. I get it. Also, this tweet right here is going to go down as one of the most poorly aged tweets in football Twitter history. This was posted months ago, and it says that Trent Alexander-Arnold was learning Spanish to reject Real Madrid. Wow. But I digress. As always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and like and follow for more. So Lamine Yamal has just posted this to his Instagram stories, and everybody has taken it to mean that Nico Williams will be a Barcelona player this summer. And to be honest, they're not delusional, because despite Nico Williams meeting with Bayern Munich twice, he has also met with Barcelona today. Now, there are a lot of conflicting reports, as there tends to be with Barcelona, but one of the reports does say that Hansi Flick called Nico Williams and informed him about his place in the project. And then we've got Santi, and as many PSG and Real Madrid fans will remember, he's the guy that broke Mbappe to Real Madrid. But anyways, he's said that Nico Williams is willing to accept the salary which Barcelona offered him last year. But then Ben Jacobs, and this is an English source, saying that Nico Williams is willing to accept a salary deduction to join Barcelona. Well, reduce his wage demands, you know what I mean. We do have to remember that Lamine Yamal posted something similar last season, and the transfer did not end up materialising. But honestly, adding Nico Williams to this Barcelona side, first impressions of course, is amazing. It really is. Yes, he can be inconsistent, but so was Rafinha before Hansi Flick got his hands onto him. And talking about Rafinha, I've seen some Barcelona fans say that it is a tad bit disrespectful going for Nico Williams, given that Rafinha has had a Ballon d'Or worthy season. And to be honest, I see where people are coming from, but Barcelona do need to plan for the future, of course. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and like and follow for more. So the FIFA Club World Cup kicks off tomorrow, and there is zero hype. I mean, up until this point, I think it is just Real Madrid who have sold out their first 2 opening games. And people are going to speak about it being a Mickey Mouse tournament and so forth, but for me, the biggest mistake that FIFA made was hosting it in the United States. Other than the fact that nobody is waking up at 1 a.m. to watch Al Ahly versus Inter Miami, the USA is a pretty scary place to be in at the moment. We have the possibility of overseas fans being stopped at the border because they have something unkind about President Trump on their phones. Fans travelling to the games can be stopped at any time and asked for their papers, so their identification, by ICE. And I know this has all been planned for a while now, but FIFA really looked at the state of the US at the moment and thought, yes, let's continue hosting the competition here. And to top it all off, since lots of international fans are not going to make the journey, FIFA need to rely on US fans buying the tickets. And while FIFA quite obviously are trying to tap into the US market, which is why they are co-hosting the World Cup next year, they have not been all that successful just yet, and US fans are just not buying up the tickets. While I do believe we will see greater interest as the tournament continues and we start seeing some big name matchups, it is all a bit of a train wreck at the moment. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and like and follow for more. I fear the Club World Cup will not be beating the Farmers Tournament allegations anytime soon. 10-0 is the largest scoreline we have seen in the Club World Cup so far, and in a free-for-all for Bayern Munich, Harry Kane failed to get onto the score sheet. I can bet that he's probably going to be a little bit gutted at that. And I know people are going to talk about the fact that it is Auckland and they are not great competition for Bayern Munich, but can we talk about Jamal Musiala for a quick second? He scored a hat-trick today, which puts him in great position to secure that golden boot at the end of the tournament. We have to remember, he's been out with a hamstring injury for I don't remember how long, so to come back, score a hat-trick, you know what, credit to him. I saw Upamecano was back also, and Bayern Munich are getting their players back in time for the bigger games in this tournament. Bayern Munich are always going to be ones to watch in competitions like this, but this just gives them that ammunition to take off. But this is how the other side of the pitch is looking, and they did not even give my Man U a rating. Rich, my friend, one-man army today, but oh my goodness, it wasn't a great performance. But I don't think we were expecting much, to be honest, and you know what, sharing the pitch with Harry Kane, Müller, Jamal Musiala is obviously going to be a feat of a lifetime for these players. But the main event remains PSG versus Atletico Madrid tonight, and I have got to be honest, I'm pretty hyped. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and like and follow for more. Sorloth is scoring this if this is Barcelona. I repeat, Sorloth is scoring that goal if this was Barcelona. Miss of the tournament, and we've only had 3 games so far. But moving on, is there a team in the world that can stop PSG? Because this is pure domination. Now, Atletico Madrid had chances to come back into that game. That Sorloth chance that you saw, of course, Alvarez's goal that was chalked off for a foul, which I'll speak about. And then there was this handball by Nuno Mendes, and it was handball. I'm not sure what the referee is doing here. Maybe he's trying to play an advantage, I don't know, but this should have been called back in my opinion. Back to the foul and the build-up to Julian Alvarez's goal, I have a few thoughts. I think the foul was there, it was slight, it was there, and it stopped Desiree Doué from retaining the ball. But I think it's one of those that if it was your team that was in Atletico Madrid's position, you would be mad. And if it was your team that was in PSG's position, you would be mad. It's just one of those. Vitinha was man of the match today, and I thought he was excellent. His goal, first and foremost, beautifully worked by PSG, but then Vitinha, Old Black had no chance. Mayulu got onto the score sheet, and when I say Golden Boy 2026, I mean the campaign starts now. Excellent finish, excellent talent. You will be hearing from me very soon. All in all, while PSG dominated that game, Atletico Madrid did have chances to get back in. Of course, there was the Julian Alvarez disallowed goal. There was Sorloth's miss, and as I said, if it was Barcelona, that is hitting the back of the net. And they had a few chances that just didn't materialise. Longley got that second yellow, which meant he was sent off, and I understand why he was protesting, I do. That was a foul on Oblak. But when you're on a yellow card, you shouldn't be doing that to a referee, especially one that was a little bit unhinged this game. But alas, PSG, another game against a big team, another win. As always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and like and follow for more.